Hi, this is Karen at Snickerdoodle Designs. Today we're going to look at some basic information about adjustment layers. We're going to look at 3 different ways to add an adjustment layer to an active document, and we're also going to look at how to constrain that adjustment so that it affects only the document you want it to affect and not all of the layers below that document. Today I'm using Photoshop Creative Cloud 2014. I think these options work the same in most versions of Photoshop that I'm familiar with. So way number 1, I have selected Woodland Winter paper number 4 as my active document. That's the paper I would like to add the adjustment layer to. So we can go up to Image, Adjustments, and then in the expanded right hand menu there are all the adjustments that I could add to that. All I would have to do is click on the one that I wanted to select and it would apply it to my document. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's look at way number 2. We can go over to the adjustment panel and click on the tab, and then all of the options, adjustment options, are right here in icons. If you hover over each option, the name right above it will change and you'll be able to see which adjustment it is. If you don't have an adjustment tab here, come up to Window and scroll down to Adjustments, tick that, and that panel will open up over here for you. And then the third way is to press and hold the Alt key in Windows, the Option key in Mac, and in the adjustment panel, click on the adjustment that you would like to add. Let's go ahead and click on the levels adjustment. Now this window opens up, and this window will also open up in way number 1, and that's why I didn't click on that at the time that I was demonstrating that. Just wanted to focus on it one time, so let's take a look at it right here. In this Windows we have several options. We can rename our levels adjustment if we want. I'm going to just go ahead and leave it the same name that Photoshop gives it today. We can click on the down pointing arrow next to color and choose a color for our adjustment layer. I actually do this a lot. I like to color code my layers because then if I'm looking for something, it's very, very easy to find it. If I click all my adjustment layers, make them all red, then I can find them very easily. I can also choose my blending mode here and the opacity percentage if I like. I'll go ahead and leave those blank right now. But the main thing I'd like to point out in this box is this statement here, use previous layer to create clipping mask. If we tick that box and then click OK, the adjustment layer is going to be applied to our document as a clipping mask. We can tell it's a clipping mask because the icon is indented and there's also this down pointing arrow. What that does, the clipping mask will constrain this levels adjustment so that it applies only to the document that it is clipped to, and that is the Woodland Winter paper number 4. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. If I bring this way over here just for demonstration purposes, we can see that that has been applied to this one document. If we turn this document off, we can see that the layers below are not affected by that because that is clipped. Let's unclip it and see what happens. I can do that by clicking the Alt button, hovering in between these layers and clicking. And now you can see it's not clipped to anything, it's just a regular layer, and it has affected this layer below. If I turn it off, that's what it's supposed to look like. I turn it back on, you can see that that adjustment layer is affecting everything below this layer document as well. So let's clip it again to that original document. Hover in between the 2 layers, hold down the Alt key and click in between. And now you can see that it is clipped to that one document. If I make it invisible, this paper is back to its normal look. And so that's how you clip a document, an adjustment layer to a document. Number 1, by ticking that little box, or if you have used one of the first 2 methods and you didn't tick the box, you can always just hold down the Alt key and click between the layers to toggle that clip on and off. So I hope that that has answered some of your questions. I know that I've been asked that question a lot, and I hope that you have found some new options here that are helpful for you. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.